Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today in this video, I'll be talking about how to build Changli. Yeah, we'll talk about Changli's build, we'll talk about her abilities, her playstyle, we'll also talk about her best echoes, best teams, and how to play as Changli and all that sort of stuff. We'll go dive into full detail, explaining especially her abilities, what she does and what she doesn't. So if you're new to the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get dive into it. All right. So Changli's, as you can see in here, go to our, all right, Changli's abilities. So Changli, when you use her intro skill, she gets into true sight state. So there are two types of true sight capture and true sight conquest. So I'll explain both of them, and from both of them you can do a lot of damage. All right. So in the true sight capture, all right, when you do 4 normal attacks, either on ground or through midair, by using a resonance skill or using Changli's intro skill, she does a lot of fusion damage, which will last for 12 seconds. All right. And in the true sight conquest, as you can see in here, in true sight conquest, when you use when you are in the true sight conquest, when you do grounded basic attack and dash towards the enemies, you will do larger fusion damage. All right. So that's true sight conquest. So basically, basic attack, mid-air or jump stop, then attack. Basically, you will turn into a phoenix, and both of his hits will also do a large amount of fusion damage. So you do basic attack, mid-air, then you attack, then you turn into a phoenix, and that will also do a fusion damage as well. So when Changli uses her skill, she will dash towards the enemy, but and she will do a true sight when she is in true sight conquest. You dash towards the enemy, you do grounded basic attack, and you dash towards the enemy, and you will do that will last for 12 seconds. She will plunge down, and she will deal fusion damage. All right. Apart from that, she also has a very strong forte circuit. She has a very powerful forte circuit outside of her skill. So in the forte circuit, the main priority in here is to get a lot of stack in forte circuit. So basically, how do you get stacks, enflammement stacks? All right. So in here, as you can see in here, there's a thing called enflammement. So she will stack up enflammement in forte circuit. All right. When she has 4 stacks of enflammement, she will unleash a heavy damage, which will do a very large amount of fusion damage. So how do you get this stack? Let me explain. Anytime you hit the enemy with true sight conquest, all right, or true sight, you do a basic attack, you will obtain 1 stack. You do this 4 times, you get 4 stacks, and then you can do your big heavy attack. All right. So when Changli uses her resonance liberation, as you can see in here, when Changli uses her liberation, she also gets 4 stacks. So you can also get stacks, enflammement stacks, by using her resonance liberation. So maxing out resonance liberation is very important. So keep that in mind. So when she uses her resonance liberation, she gets 4 stacks of enflammement, which will do larger amount of fusion damage. All right. So you can also get those enflammement stacks by using her resonance liberation, or you can also get this stack by like I said earlier, you can do this by doing your true sight conquest. You do basic attack, all right, you charge, you do basic attack, and you will obtain 1 stack. You do this 4 times till 4 stack, or you can do just resonance liberation, and you can get those 4 stacks of enflammement. All right. So that's her abilities. All right. And there's one more other thing is her outro skill. Let me see. Okay. So when Changli uses her outro skill, and when you swap to another character, they will get 20% fusion damage and 20% resonance liberation damage for 10 seconds. So basically, if you are using if you're using any fusion character in your team, either you're using Encore, you're using Mortify, or any other fusion character, Fauci, they will get this fusion damage. They will also get resonance liberation. Or if you're not even using fusion character, you can either use Yinlin. Yinlin does do a lot of resonance liberation damage. So if you swap to Yinlin, she get that 25% damage, and you do that damage. That will also help you out. So that's very useful. This is very useful, but yeah, it's a win-win situation. So now we're going to talk about her Changli's weapons. So Changli's Western slot weapon is probably going to be her signature weapon, as you can see in here. Her signature weapon can give you a lot of amount of attack, and you can get a lot of amount of crit damage as well. And the passive is also very good. And yeah, this is a very good weapon for Changli. All right, and there's one more other weapon that you can use on Changli, which is Emerald of Genesis. So in Wuthering Waves, you get so her signature weapon is not a must pull. You can also use this weapon as well. But obviously, every character Western slot weapon is her signature. But in here, even if you don't have signature, the damage difference between her signature and this weapon, which is the standard weapon, standard 5-star weapon, is not really that high. The difference is not really that high. It's very minor difference. So if you don't even have Changli's weapon, it's totally fine. You can use this weapon, Emerald of Genesis. If you pick this weapon from the 5-star selector, then it will be very good on Changli. You can use it on Changli. It gives a lot amount of attack, and also it gives crit rate as well. So the passive is also really good. You get a lot of amount. Amount of attack whenever you cast your resonance skill. Your attacks increase by 2 times, so which is 12%, and your energy regen also increases. So you can do alt a lot of times, so which is really good. And this effect lasts 10 seconds, which is very nice. If you don't even have this weapon, then I can recommend you can use this weapon, Command of Conviction. You can use this weapon. It doesn't give you crit rate or crit damage, but it gives you a lot of attack. But apart from attack, I think the main importance in here is the passive, because whenever you use intro skill, which is whenever Changli uses her intro skill and she gets into that state or true sight state, and her attack increases for 15%. So if you have a lot of copies of it, you can use it. But yeah, it's just if you don't have this weapon, you can use it. When you build up your pity, you can select this weapon. You can get this weapon from the standard banner, which you can get it from any time. So yeah. So these are the weapons for Changli, and now we're going to talk about her best echoes. Our best echoes are probably going to be, I would say, the Molten Rift. All right, the Molten Rift set is probably one of the best weapons for Changli. I would not recommend any other weapons unless you are using Changli as a DP, as a sub DPS. Then you can use this. You can use this set. Then you can use if you're there's you can also use this set, Moonlit Clouds, which gives you energy regen. You can only use this if you're playing Changli as your sub DPS. So yeah, you can use this as well. But I highly recommend using this. This is very important. So use this. This will be your main priority. So this set gives you 2%. 2 pieces gives you fusion damage. 5 pieces gives you resonance skill. Whenever you use a resonance skill of Changli, which a lot of damage comes from there, you get fusion damage. Your fusion damage increases, which is very nice. So in the sets, I would say you can use in your main slot, you have to use Inferno Rider. In the second slot, you can use fusion damage. In your third slot, I would say use fusion damage. And over here, use attack percentage and use attack percentage. And the substats, critical rate and critical damage should be your main priority, and attack percentage. These are the 3 substats you need to focus on. And your echo set number should be 43311. All right. So that's her echoes. When it comes to her resonance chain, which is her resonance chains, I would say her resonance chains are not really required, but yeah, the resonance one over here, R1, it increases her 10% interruption resistance you get, which doesn't stack, I believe. On our R2, she gets her crit rate increases by 25%, which is really nice. This R3 increases her talent, and which is her resonance skill talent, and this is her R4. Whenever she uses her intro skill, all team members increases her attack and gets her attack. Their attack increases by 20%. Her R6 ignores 40% defense, 40% of the target's defense. So I would say you can stop at R2 if you are light spender, but if you are will, you can go for R6 if you really like Changli. So yeah. So now we're going to talk about Changli's best teams. Changli's best team is probably going to be if you have another fusion character, you can use here. You can use Lauchi in here, all right, or you can use any fusion character. I wouldn't recommend Modify, but you can still use it. You can use Encore, you can use Sanhao, and you can also use Changli as well. And for the third position is your healer. You can use either Verina or Baiji, or you can use Genshin as you like. All right. So yeah, I don't have Encore, but if you have Encore, you can use Encore. You can use Taochi. You can use Saiji. You can use Sanhao. You can also use Sanhao. So you have a lot of options, but I usually run Changli with Yinlin because I can just swap back and forth and do a lot of amount of damage. Though whenever I uses Changli's outro skill, Yinlin doesn't get that 20% fusion damage, but she does get 25% resonance damage, which is really nice, you know. Which is really nice. Changli, she gets 25% resonance damage, which really helps Yinlin to do a lot of amount of damage. You know, buff is very nice, but yeah. That will be her best teams, you know. That will be our best teams, but I hope we can get fusion damage, another fusion damage DPS character, and that will be nice. You can, which will synergize a lot with Changli. That will be really good. So let's hope we get one in the future. So yeah, that will be the video for today's. So what do I think about Changli? I think Changli is an amazing character. She can build her as a DPS or sub DPS. You have two choices. So I think you should definitely prefer Changli. Changli is an amazing character. She is very nice, and I definitely feel like she has a lot of potential in the future. And even now she does. She is very insane. But in the future, she will become really, really amazing once we get another fusion character, 5-star fusion character, which will synergize a lot with her. That will be insane. Then we will see Changli. Changli will be. Changli puts no one in the tier list. She will be there. She is now in the top at the tier list, but after we get the fusion character, I think Changli will always remain there. She will never be out of the meta, in my opinion. But yeah, I definitely feel like you should definitely pull for Changli. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.